Alright guys, welcome back. So if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing if you find this video helpful. If you're a returning viewer, thank you. So today what I wanted to talk about is how to get a crystal clear audio recording in your home studio. So if you're in a home studio, we're on a budget. So we want to make sure we're getting the most bang for our buck, and hopefully after this video you'll understand some of the principles and some of the techniques. I'm going to be showing you a special plugin that I use on almost all my recordings to get crystal clear professional sounding vocals, and it's very easy, so stick around. So the first thing that you want to do is kind of obvious. You want to make sure that the microphone distance is not too close and not too far away. What you want to do is you want to record about 3 to 5 inches away from your microphone. This will ensure that there's not too much of a proximity effect occurring in your recordings. About 3 to 5 inches. About there, it's good. That's the first step. The other thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that your gain in your DAW is being recorded at the appropriate volume. You don't want there to be too many peaks, and most interfaces that allow you to record actually, like if you can see right here, it's a green light up that's coming on my Focusrite Scarlett. Green is good. You don't ever want to hit red while you're recording. That means it's too loud. And most interfaces will actually have a gain dial, which you can see right here, that you can use to adjust to make sure that you're getting the appropriate recording. You don't want to record too low because then you'll be too close to the noise floor. And then you don't want to record too loud because then you'll have clipping and then you'll have distortion, which you don't want either. So you want to have that in consideration, so make sure you adjust it to the appropriate amount. You want to have it at about -12 dB at your peak. So at your very loudest, you want to be peaking at about -12 decibels. So the reason for that is that'll give you enough headroom for later when you're adding effects and you're increasing the volume through compressors and other effects that you might be using. So about -12 dB at your very peak is where you want to be when you're, gain staging your recording. Now, next thing you want to have is something like a pop filter or an eyeball. So a pop filter is something like this that you can actually have in front of your microphone. Now, this is, very common knowledge, but, sometimes it's good to go over the basics. So this will actually stop any plosives like P's from getting through. Your mic will mess up the sound. So P, 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 you're getting those plosives there. Now P, 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 you're not getting as many plosives. And I know I just said PP, so if somebody in the comments says that, I kind of walked into that one. The other thing you might want to consider is having a reflection eyeball like this. So this actually goes over your microphone like so. And this one actually has, and most of them have, a pop filter that can go in front of the microphone like so. So then, you can record and you're not going to have those plosives mess up the sound. And this will actually, kind of filter out a lot of the reflections in the room. Now, it won't do all of it, so it's important that you have a couple other things. The other thing you want to look at is acoustic foam treatment in your room. Unless your room is already pretty dampened by like clothes or something like that, most rooms are not treated to record audio in the best form, so you want to make sure you get some acoustic treatment. Now, you can find acoustic studio absorption foam panels on Amazon, and they come in all different forms and shapes and sizes and colors. You want to get something that's at least 1 inch thick. And the reason for that is that it's going to have more absorption than something that's like 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 of an inch. So the thicker, the better. Once you have all that and you have that place in your room, you have your panels, you have your reflection filter, you have your pop filter, you're recording at the right distance, and you have your gain staging set up. There's one other trick that you can use to get a crystal clear recording, because there's still going to be some of the room that's probably going to be bleeding in, especially if you're recording a loud vocal. That room and that reverb is going to come through still. I mean, it's just very difficult to avoid in a home studio. The other thing that you can have is one particular plugin that I absolutely love, and it's by Waves. Now, I'm going to show you a recording that I have without the plugin then I'm going to show you with the plugin so you can hear the difference and what the plugin is actually doing. The plugin is called Clarity VX by Waves, and it looks like this. It's a one knob plugin. I'm going to show you without the plugin first. I'm going to bypass here, and then I'm going to show you how it sounds with the plugin.
Foreign air codes, tell them hold my line. Light a Benz emblem on my ride. Pop a Tesla, systems online. Phones get the flicking when I go outside. Whoa.
So that's the vocal with the beat and without the plugin. The plugin is bypassed. I'm going to show you just the vocal by itself without the beat.
Foreign air codes, tell them hold my line. Light a Benz emblem on my ride. Pop a Tesla, systems online. Phones get the flicking when I go outside. Whoa.
Okay, so that is the dry vocal. It's a good vocal, but there's still a lot of high end and there's a little bit of room reflection that's going on there that if you really listen to it, you can pick up. I'm going to go ahead and unbypass the plugin and you're going to see what this is doing.
Foreign air codes, tell them hold my line. Light a Benz emblem on my ride. Pop a Tesla, systems online. Phones get the flicking when I go outside. Whoa.
All right, and now I'm going to bypass back and forth.
Foreign air codes, tell them hold my line. Light a Benz emblem on my ride. Pop a Tesla, systems online. Phones get the flicking when I go outside. Whoa.
Again.
Foreign air codes, tell them hold my line. Light a Benz emblem on my ride. Pop a Tesla, systems online. Phones get the flicking when I go outside. Whoa.
That's a pretty clear difference if you're really listening, especially if you're on headphones. Now, I'm going to show you how this actually affects the vocal. So I'm going to dial it back, and then I'm going to add it back in so you can see. So let's start at 0.
Foreign air codes, tell them hold my line. Light a Benz emblem on my ride. Pop a Tesla, systems online. Phones get the flicking when I go outside. Whoa. Foreign air codes, tell them hold my line. Light a Benz emblem on my ride. Pop a Tesla, systems online. Phones get the flicking when I go outside. Whoa.
So that's a pretty dramatic difference right there. So this is actually one of two options. So this actually has a neural network, broad 1 and broad 2. Now, the broad 1 is a little bit more potent, in my opinion. They work in different ways. So you got to just find the one that works well with your recording. And again, with this dial, it's very simple. It goes from 0 to 100, and then you just pick the amount of effect that you want.
Foreign air codes, tell them hold my line. Light a Benz emblem on my ride. Pop a Tesla, systems online. Phones get the flicking when I go outside. Whoa. Foreign air codes, tell them hold my line. Light a Benz emblem on my ride. Pop a Tesla, systems online. Phones get the flicking when I go outside. Whoa.
So on the Waves website, this product is actually $39.99, so it's $40. And I am not sponsored by them at all, but I am a big fan of this plugin because if you do not have any of the other things except this plugin will do wonders on your vocal. If you have a terrible room that you're recording in, if you have a lot of background noise, this will clean that up extensively. I say try this plugin. The other things will also help, especially having a pop filter and getting your gain staging right and having the right distance, because that's free. But if you can't afford a bunch of acoustic foams, because they can get expensive, especially if you're in a larger room, this is a great plugin that you can use. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be back with the next one soon. And again, if you liked it, subscribe, give me a thumbs up for the algorithm, and I'll see you next time.